There's something most people will never understand about their darkest moments. Something so profound that the very year you thought was destroying you was actually quantum engineering your most extraordinary breakthrough. Imagine looking back at the year that broke you, the year of loss, of confusion, of seemingly endless struggle, and realizing it wasn't a setback. It was a precise energetic recalibration, so intelligent that your mind couldn't comprehend it in real time. Most people experience their challenging periods as punishment, but quantum physics reveals something radically different. What looks like destruction is actually the most sophisticated form of creation you'll ever encounter. The dangerous assumption embedded in your suffering is that these moments are random, that they happen to you, instead of being meticulously orchestrated through you. And that lie is what keeps entire generations trapped in victim narratives, missing the most powerful transformation mechanism available. While you were thinking you were falling apart, you were actually being strategically dismantled, not by chance, not by trauma, but by an intelligence so precise that every single experience was calibrating you toward a frequency you couldn't yet perceive. Close your eyes for a moment. Feel the weight of that year, the moments that seemed to crush you. What if I told you that each of those moments was a quantum signal, realigning you with a timeline so extraordinary that your current self can't even comprehend its magnitude? In quantum mechanics, there's a principle called wave function collapse, where potential realities condense into a single observable outcome. Your challenging year wasn't a collapse of potential. It was the preparation for collapse. Most people want manifestation to be clean, linear, predictable, but quantum reality doesn't work that way. It works through disruption, through what looks like chaos, through what feels like total deconstruction. What if your worst year wasn't a mistake? What if it was a meticulously designed quantum download, so advanced that your nervous system needed to be completely rewired to even receive it? And here's where it gets interesting. The field doesn't respond to your hopes. It doesn't respond to your visualizations. It responds to your frequency. And sometimes, most times, that frequency can only be calibrated through what appears to be total destruction. You weren't being broken. You were being rebuilt at a quantum level, with a precision that makes surgical instruments look crude, with an intelligence that transforms what looks like wound into what will become your most powerful transmission. The question is no longer what happened to you. The question is, what quantum preparation were you actually experiencing? And are you ready to see the extraordinary timeline that was being engineered in those moments you thought were your darkest? Because the moment you understand the quantum mechanism behind your challenging experiences, everything changes. Not gradually, not slowly, but with a collapse so precise, so sudden, that your entire perception of reality will fundamentally shift. To understand this, we need to deconstruct something most people never see: the true nature of energetic preparation, and how your nervous system is the most sophisticated quantum computer ever designed. Notes for continuation. Next section will dive deep into the energetic preparation mechanism. We'll explain how nervous system acts as quantum signal processor. We'll break down how challenging experiences recalibrate frequency, maintain mysterious, revealing tone, keep scientific metaphors precise, maintain direct you address, build tension and revelation progressively. Would you like me to continue developing the next section? Continuing the quantum revelation, diving deep into the double slit experiment's profound implications. Picture a sterile laboratory in 1961, white walls, gleaming equipment, the quiet hum of precision instruments. Physicists Richard Feynman and Akira Tanemura are about to expose something that would fundamentally shatter our understanding of reality. A revelation so radical it would make most scientists uncomfortable. The experiment was deceptively simple. Fire individual electrons through two narrow slits toward a detection screen. Classical physics predicted a straightforward pattern, but quantum reality had something else in mind entirely. When electrons were fired without observation, they created an interference pattern, behaving like waves, spreading across multiple potential paths simultaneously. But the moment a measuring device was introduced to track which slit each electron passed through, something extraordinary happened. The electrons transformed. They collapsed from wave-like potential into discrete particle trajectories, as if the very act of observation fundamentally altered their fundamental nature. This wasn't just an anomaly. This was a fundamental property of quantum systems, a direct challenge to everything we believed about objective reality. The electron didn't just move through space. It existed in multiple potential states simultaneously until consciousness, through observation, forced a single outcome. And here's where it gets fascinating for your personal reality. You are not fundamentally different from that electron. Your potential exists in a similar quantum superposition, vibrating with multiple possible timelines, waiting for the precise frequency of observation to collapse into form. Your nervous system is that sophisticated measurement device. Every belief, every emotional state, every subtle energetic signature is performing the same function as those scientific instruments, collapsing potential into specific reality. The electrons weren't choosing a path. They were responding to the measurement itself. Just like your reality isn't something you chase, it's something you collapse through the precision of your internal state. Most people believe they're observing their reality, but quantum physics reveals something far more profound. You're not observing reality. You're generating it moment by moment through the quality of your attention, the coherence of your emotional field, the stability of your internal frequency. When Feynman famously said, "I think I can safely say that nobody understands quantum mechanics," he was acknowledging something beautiful. That reality is far more mysterious, far more responsive, far more intelligent than our linear minds can comprehend. Your challenging experiences weren't random. They were quantum calibration moments, precisely designed to recalibrate your observation mechanism, your ability to collapse potential into specific form. The electron doesn't struggle to become. It simply allows the measurement to define its trajectory. And you are that electron, vibrating with infinite potential, waiting for the moment of pure, uncontradicted observation to transform. Let's map the quantum landscape of your most intimate struggles, revealing the hidden mechanism beneath each moment of apparent limitation. 3 a.m. doubt moment. You're awake, heart racing, that familiar spiral of existential panic consuming your nervous system. Traditional spirituality tells you to just breathe or think positive, but quantum reality sees something far deeper. This 3 a.m. frequency is not your enemy. It's a precise transmission from your future self, downloading incompatible programming. Your racing thoughts aren't chaos. They're a recalibration mechanism, burning away old identity structures too dense to carry your next timeline. Quantum shift protocol. Place one hand on heart, one on solar plexus. Breathe not to calm, but to listen. Feel the transmission. Whisper, "I am the space where potential collapses." Duration, 47 seconds. Result, immediate frequency stabilization. Morning anxiety. Before opening eyes. Most experience this as weakness. The quantum field experiences this as your most sophisticated defense mechanism. Your survival nervous system is scanning potential threats, a remnant of evolutionary protection. But you're no longer hunting mammoth. You're navigating multidimensional reality. This anxiety is not a problem. It's a sophisticated signal processor detecting misalignment between your current identity and your emerging potential. Quantum shift protocol. Don't fight the sensation. Become the observer. Trace the anxiety's energetic signature. Ask, what timeline are you protecting me from? Not as a mental exercise, as a precise vibrational interrogation. Duration, 63 seconds. Result, immediate identity recalibration. Desperate bank account checking. Traditional manifestation says visualize abundance. Quantum mechanics reveals something far more precise. Your bank account is not a number. It's a frequency report of your internal coherence. Each time you check with desperation, you're not seeing reality. You're generating it. The electrons of your financial field are literally responding to the quality of your observation. Quantum shift protocol. Before opening banking app, take 3 breaths. Not to manifest money, to recognize yourself as the generative source. Feel the frequency of sufficiency before seeing the number. Whisper, "I am the source of all resources." Duration, 32 seconds. Result, immediate energetic realignment. Vision board mockery moment. You look at those carefully curated images, dreams that now feel like distant mocking reminders of what hasn't happened. Traditional manifestation says, keep believing. Quantum reality reveals, those images aren't goals. They're frequency calibration tools. The gap between your current reality and those images is not failure. It's the precise quantum distance your consciousness is learning to collapse. Quantum shift protocol. Don't look at the board to hope. Look to feel the frequency difference. Close your eyes. Which image creates the most visceral internal shift? Not intellectually, somatically. That's your quantum entry point. Duration, 55 seconds. Result, immediate timeline recalibration. Hollow affirmation moment. You're repeating I am wealthy while feeling completely broke. Most systems say keep saying it. Quantum mechanics reveals an affirmation without corresponding frequency is quantum noise. Your cells know the difference between mental repetition and true embodied knowing. Quantum shift protocol. Stop affirming. Start feeling. What would certainty feel like in your body? Not the outcome, the frequency of certainty itself. Trace that feeling. Let it move through you. Whisper, I am the generative source. Duration, 41 seconds. Result, immediate vibrational realignment. Racing meditation. Mind, you're trying to quiet the mind, and the mind is laughing, producing more thoughts faster than you can observe. Traditional meditation says focus. Quantum reality reveals your racing mind is not an obstacle. It's a sophisticated quantum processor downloading incompatible realities. Quantum shift protocol. Don't fight the thoughts. Become the spacious awareness watching them, not as a technique, as a fundamental identity shift. Feel the thoughts moving through you, not from you. Whisper, I am the space, not the content. Duration, 59 seconds. Result, immediate consciousness expansion. Jealousy, watching others succeed. You see someone living your dream, and a wave of contraction hits. Traditional manifestation says, be happy for them. Quantum mechanics reveals that jealousy is not a character flaw. It's a precise quantum signal showing you exactly what's possible for you. Quantum shift protocol. When jealousy hits, don't resist. Ask, what frequency are they broadcasting that I'm not yet embodying? Feel into the feeling behind their success, not the success itself. Whisper, show me my frequency. Duration, 47 seconds. Result, immediate potential activation. Let's decode the quantum mechanism behind Jim Carrey's extraordinary manifestation, a story that transcends traditional success narratives and reveals the precise energetic architecture of reality generation. In 1990, long before he became a Hollywood icon, Jim Carrey was a struggling comedian living in a tiny apartment, surviving on hope and a radical inner vision that defied conventional logic. But what most biographies miss is the quantum mechanism behind his transformation, a precise frequency calibration that collapsed reality faster than linear time could comprehend. Carrey's quantum practice wasn't a technique. It was a complete identity recalibration. He wrote himself a $10 million check dated Thanksgiving 1995 for acting services rendered. But this wasn't a vision board exercise. This was a quantum transmission, a deliberate frequency broadcast that would fundamentally alter his energetic signature. Most see this as motivation. Quantum mechanics reveals something far more sophisticated. Carrey was performing a precise quantum collapse, using the check as a vibrational anchor point that would pull his future timeline into present moment coherence. The check wasn't just paper. It was a quantum instrument, a frequency generator that would entrain his entire nervous system toward a specific reality. He placed it in his wallet, not as a reminder, but as a continuous energetic transmission device. What's fascinating isn't that he received $10 million. What's fascinating is how he received it, not through linear effort, but through complete identity stabilization. By the time the check manifested, Carrey had already embodied the frequency of the actor who would receive such compensation. 3 quantum practices decoded. 1. Frequency anchoring. Most people vision board. Carrey quantum anchored. The check wasn't a goal. It was a frequency stabilization tool. Place a symbolic object representing your desired state where you'll interact with it daily, not to hope, but to broadcast. The object becomes a quantum transmission device, continuously calibrating your nervous system. Practice. Choose an object, not mentally, but through visceral resonance. Place it strategically. Feel its frequency, not its physical form. Let it work through you, not for you. 2. Embodied certainty. Generation Carrey didn't affirm, he became. Most people say, I am successful, while feeling unsuccessful. He generated the feeling of success before the external form arrived. Your cells know the difference between mental repetition and true embodied knowing. Practice. Close eyes. What does certainty feel like in your body? Not success, not achievement. Certainty. Trace that feeling. Let it move through you. Become the frequency, not the desire. 3. Timeline. Collapse, not manifestation. Traditional manifestation says attract. Quantum mechanics reveals you're not attracting, you're collapsing timelines. Carrey didn't attract $10 million. He collapsed the timeline where that was inevitable. Practice. Stop trying to get something. Start feeling the inevitability of its arrival, not as hope, as a precise internal knowing. Your nervous system is the most sophisticated quantum computer. Let it work. The most profound detail? Carrey received the $10 million precisely when he had stopped caring about receiving it, not because of detachment, but because he had fully embodied the frequency. This wasn't magic. This was physics. Quantum manifestation doesn't happen to you. It happens through you. A continuous, intelligent recalibration so precise that what looks like sudden success is actually a meticulously engineered frequency collapse. Your nervous system is not experiencing reality. It is generating reality moment by moment, with a sophistication that makes technological computers look primitive. So here's your checkpoint. A declaration not to the algorithm, but to yourself. Type in the comments, I collapse timelines. I don't chase them. Say it as a code. A reminder that what collapses reality is not your mental efforting, but the quantum embodiment you choose to embody in this moment. Because this moment is the manifestation, and if you can feel it now, then it's already here. The quantum descent into transformation, a precise energetic archaeology. Sarah had been the perfect manifestation soldier. 2 years of relentless spiritual self-improvement, vision boards covering every wall, journals filled with meticulously crafted affirmations, visualization sessions so intense her head would throb. Every morning, 5 a.m. meditation. Every night, gratitude journaling. Every weekend, manifestation workshops. Her commitment was biblical. Her results? Devastatingly zero. By month 24, her nervous system was a battlefield of unmet expectations. Each unanswered prayer felt like a personal indictment. The vision board had become a wall of mocking promises, images of dream relationships, abundant bank accounts, passionate career trajectories, all suspended in a perpetual state of not yet. The self-blame was cellular. What am I doing wrong? Became her internal mantra. Late nights scrolling through success stories, comparing her meticulously crafted journey against seemingly effortless transformations of others. The worthiness wound deepened with each comparison. Her manifestation practice had become a sophisticated form of self-torture, a constant reminder of her perceived inadequacy. Quantum Discovery Day arrived unexpectedly, not through another workshop, not through another book, but through a moment of complete energetic surrender. Day 1 of Quantum Shift. Confusion reigned. Instead of trying to manifest, she was instructed to feel the frequency of already having, not visualize, not affirm, feel. Her analytical mind revolted. This makes no sense. But something underneath the mental resistance was curious. Day 3, first subtle sign. A unexpected text from a long-lost friend. Not just a casual message, a precise communication that felt like a quantum download. Her body felt different, lighter, as if something had been recalibrated at a frequency her mind couldn't comprehend. Day 5, synchronicity explosion. The friend's text led to a professional connection that seemed impossible weeks prior. But this wasn't networking. This was timeline collision, potential realities merging through her stabilized internal state. Day 7, complete collapse. Not a gradual shift. An instantaneous reality transformation so precise it defied linear understanding. 30-day quantum metamorphosis. Physiological shifts. Sleep transformed from restless survival to regenerative quantum processing. Energy no longer felt like a resource to manage, but an infinite field to dance within. Intuition became a sophisticated navigation system, not a whisper but a clear transmission. Relational recalibration. Toxic connections dissolved without drama. Aligned partnerships materialized with an intelligence that made past relationship strategies look primitive. Her nervous system was no longer attracting. It was generating relationship fields. Financial frequency. Money stopped being a goal. It became a continuous transmission. Opportunities appearing not through effort, but through complete identity stabilization. Unexpected income streams. Precise financial alignments. Opportunity landscape. Possibilities didn't just appear. They collapsed into her reality with a precision that made past goal setting look like children's games. Career opportunities, creative collaborations, geographical shifts, all arriving through quantum coherence, not linear strategy. The most profound revelation? She hadn't manifested anything. She had become the manifestation, a living, breathing quantum instrument generating reality faster than consciousness could track. Quantum timeline architecture, the multiverse as your personal probability generator. Imagine reality not as a linear progression, but as an infinite probability landscape where every potential version of you exists simultaneously, waiting not to be created but to be observed into manifestation. This isn't metaphysical poetry. This is quantum mechanics decoded. The many worlds interpretation reveals a radical truth. You're not choosing a future. You're selecting a timeline from infinite parallel realities that already exist. Schrödinger's famous cat experiment wasn't just a thought experiment. It was a precise transmission about reality's fundamental nature. Until observed, the cat is simultaneously alive and dead. Until you observe, your potential realities coexist in a state of quantum superposition. 3 quantum timeline navigation protocols. 1. Probability wave collapse meditation. Protocol. Sit in complete stillness. Drop all mental narrative. Feel into the space between thoughts. Notice the quantum field's subtle vibration. Do not try to manifest. Allow potential timelines to reveal themselves. Quantum instruction. Your nervous system is a more sophisticated quantum computer than any technological device. It can sense timeline potentials before they crystallize. Most people are trying to force a timeline. True quantum navigators listen to timeline signatures. 2. Timeline signature recognition. Every timeline has a unique energetic frequency. Most people can't distinguish them because they're trapped in mental narrative. A timeline isn't a destination. It's a vibrational state. Recognition markers. Synchronicities increase exponentially. Time feels different. Decisions feel inevitable, not effortful. Your body knows before your mind comprehends. Intuition becomes your primary navigation system. Timeline jump mechanism. Traditional manifestation says attract. Quantum mechanics reveals you're collapsing timelines through precise frequency stabilization. Jump protocol. Identify current timeline's frequency. Feel the embodied state of desired timeline. Do not visualize. Become the frequency. Let the timeline pull you, not you chase it. Practical example, money timeline. Jump. Most people want more money. Quantum navigators become the frequency of sufficiency before money arrives. Don't ask, how do I get money? Ask, what does certainty feel like in my body? The moment you stabilize that frequency, external reality has no choice but to reorganize around your new quantum signature. So here's your checkpoint. A declaration not to the algorithm, but to yourself. Type in the comments, I am the timeline architect. Say it as a code, a reminder that what collapses reality is not your mental efforting, but the quantum embodiment you choose to embody in this moment. Because this moment is the manifestation, and if you can feel it now, then it's already here. Deeper truth, you're not living in one reality. You're continuously selecting from infinite parallel versions of yourself. The version you stabilize is the version you generate. Most profound quantum insight, reality is not happening to you. Reality is happening through you. A continuous, intelligent recalibration so precise that what looks like sudden transformation is actually a meticulously engineered frequency collapse. Your nervous system is not experiencing reality. It is generating reality, moment by moment, with a sophistication that makes technological understanding look primitive. The evolutionary upgrade of manifestation technologies. Every manifestation method is a partial truth, a glimpse into the quantum mechanism, like ancient map makers revealing continents before understanding global cartography. We're not here to dismiss. We're here to complete. Law of attraction. The incomplete frequency map. 20%. Truth. Focus creates reality. 80% missing. Frequency, not just thought, generates manifestation. Quantum decoding. Attraction operates on vibrational physics, not mental gymnastics. Thoughts are signals, but emotion is the transmission power. Most practitioners broadcast conflicting frequencies unconsciously. Your nervous system is the true manifestation instrument, not your mind. Why partial results happen. Momentary coherence creates Temporary alignments. Brief frequency stabilization produces glimpses of desired reality, but sustained transformation requires complete nervous system recalibration. Neville Goddard, feeling as quantum anchor, 20%. Truth, feeling precedes manifestation, 80%. Missing, precise frequency engineering. Quantum upgrade, feeling isn't just emotional state, it's quantum information transfer. Most practitioners simulate feeling without true embodiment. Quantum feeling is a physiological reset, not mental performance. Your cells must know the reality before external world responds. Abraham Hicks, emotional scale as frequency tuner, 20%. Truth, emotional state determines manifestation, 80%. Missing, quantum coherence mechanics. Quantum revelation, emotions are frequency carriers, not just internal experiences. Most practitioners manipulate emotions without understanding transmission. True quantum navigation, become the frequency. Don't manage emotions. Emotional scale is a map, not the territory of manifestation. So here's your checkpoint. A declaration not to the algorithm, but to yourself. Type in the comments, I am the quantum upgrade. Say it as a code, a reminder that what collapses reality is not your inherited manifestation methods, but the quantum embodiment you choose to generate in this moment. Deeper transmission. These teachings weren't wrong. They were evolutionary signals, pointing toward a more sophisticated understanding of reality generation. Each method revealed a fragment of the quantum mechanism. Law of attraction, focus matters. Neville Goddard, feeling matters. Abraham Hicks, emotional frequency matters. Quantum manifestation doesn't replace these teachings. It completes them by revealing the underlying physics of reality generation. Quantum manifestation is the mechanism behind all manifestation technologies. It's the operating system that runs all spiritual software. 3 quantum manifestation principles beyond current methods. 1. Identity is the primary manifestation instrument. 2. Nervous system generates reality, not thoughts. 3. Coherence, not desire, collapses timelines. Practical quantum calibration. Drop trying to manifest. Start generating frequency. Let reality reorganize around your quantum signature. Most profound insight. You're not here to attract reality. You're here to generate reality through precise energetic transmission. Quantum frequency calibration. Nervous system transmission protocol. Find a comfortable position. Spine elongated. Feet grounded. This is not meditation. This is quantum frequency engineering. Breathe in. 4 counts. Hold. 4 counts. Exhale. 6 counts. Notice how your breath isn't just air. It's an information carrier, a quantum signal generator. Body scan, contradiction release. Protocol, scan your nervous system. Where are you holding resistance? Jaw clenched with unspoken desire. Shoulders, carrying ancestral effort patterns. Stomach, fear's subtle vibration. Hands, grip of control. Breathe out these frequencies, not pushing, dissolving. Timeline, frequency acquisition. Close your eyes. Feel the version of you who has already collapsed this reality, not visualizing, remembering. This isn't imagination. This is quantum memory retrieval. Your body knows this timeline. Before your mind comprehends, your cells have already arrived. Coherence locking mechanism. This feeling isn't hope. This isn't future. This is frequency. Lock it in. New baseline establishing. Nervous system recalibrating. You are not practicing manifestation. You are generating reality. Every breath, precise quantum transmission. Every heartbeat, timeline collapse sequence. Type in comments, I am the frequency, not as affirmation, as quantum declaration. You are the quantum instrument. Reality is your transmission. Collapse is your birthright. Breathe, lock in, become. Quantum frequency integration, transmission. To help you deepen that integration, we've created something intentional, something precise. A transmission designed to stabilize your new frequency, anchor your expanded identity, and guide you through the real embodiment of quantum creation. It's called Quantum Nervous System Recalibration, and it's more than just a digital guide. It's a frequency protocol, one that's been curated to help you collapse your next timeline with clarity, consistency, and resonance. It brings together cutting-edge neuroscience, quantum physics mapping, and precise embodiment technologies you didn't even know you needed until now. You'll find the link in the pinned comment below. Go there not to get more information, but to amplify the integration of what's already begun inside you. Neuroscience of quantum field interaction, the hidden biological quantum computer, reticular activating system, reality's quantum filter, scientific mechanism, filters, 40 million bits of information to 40 conscious bits, quantum parallel, acts as consciousness's probability collapse mechanism, practical application, intentional programming rewrites perceptual filters, key insight, you're not seeing reality, you're generating perception, neuroplasticity consciousness rewiring protocol, scientific mechanism, brain physically restructures with repeated signals, quantum parallel, neural pathways as quantum information highways, practical application, 21-day embodiment practices create permanent shifts. Key insight. Your brain is a quantum transmission device, not a computer. 3. Heart-brain coherence, electromagnetic reality generation, scientific mechanism, HeartMath Institute proves heart generates stronger electromagnetic field than brain, quantum parallel, heart as primary quantum information broadcaster, practical application, coherent heart rhythm collapses preferred timelines. Key insight. Feeling is more powerful than thinking. Mirror neurons, embodiments quantum mechanism, scientific mechanism, neurons fire identically when observing and experiencing, quantum parallel, direct energetic information transfer between systems, practical application, precise embodiment creates instant neural reprogramming. Key insight. Watching a state is experiencing that state. 5. Theta brainwaves quantum access state, scientific mechanism, 4 to rate, Hertz frequency connects unconscious and conscious, quantum parallel, theta state, Chur quantum probability field navigation, practical application, meditation techniques to access theta consistently. Key insight. Consciousness is a frequency, not a location. Bridging worlds, where mysticism meets neuroscience. The days of separating spiritual from scientific are over. Your nervous system is a quantum computer more sophisticated than any technological device. Manifestation isn't magical thinking. It's precise frequency engineering, dismantling resistance intelligent objections as evolutionary portals. Objection 1. Isn't this just spiritual bypassing? Intelligent acknowledgement. You're sensing the difference between authentic transformation and superficial escape. False assumption. Bypassing avoids pain. Quantum integration metabolizes pain. Quantum truth. Spiritual bypassing creates fragmentation. Quantum embodiment creates wholeness. Example. Traditional bypassing says, just be positive. Quantum approach says, metabolize the frequency beneath the pain, transforming it into fuel. Objection 2. What about practical action? Intelligent acknowledgement. Your pragmatism reveals commitment to real-world results. False assumption. Action and frequency are separate. They're actually synchronized systems. Quantum truth. Action isn't force. Action is aligned transmission. Effortless precision replaces effortful struggle. Example. Compare forced networking versus showing up already feeling connected. Different energetic signatures produce radically different outcomes. Objection 3. Isn't this just confirmation bias? Intelligent acknowledgement. Your critical thinking protects you from magical thinking. False assumption. Perception creates reality. Reality creates perception. Quantum truth. Confirmation bias is a limited lens. Quantum perception is adaptive resonance. Example. Double slit experiment proves observer changes experimental outcome. Your consciousness isn't passive. It's generative. Objection 4. Why do bad things still happen? Intelligent acknowledgement. Your question reveals deep care about universal justice. False assumption. Individual frequency operates in isolation. We're interconnected quantum fields. Quantum truth. Personal frequency influences doesn't dictate. Collective consciousness has complex dynamics. Example. One tuning fork can gradually influence entire room's vibration. Your frequency creates ripples, not instant total transformation. Objection 5. This sounds too easy, fast to be real. Intelligent acknowledgement. Your skepticism protects you from superficial promises. False assumption. Transformation must be difficult to be legitimate. Quantum truth. Ease is a sign of alignment. Struggle indicates misalignment. Example: quantum leaps happen instantly in subatomic systems. Your biology is no different, just requires precise calibration. Evolutionary insight: your resistance is the transmission. These objections aren't obstacles, they're quantum gates. Each concern, when metabolized, becomes an evolutionary portal. You're not blocking manifestation, you're preparing for more sophisticated reality generation. Precision note: quantum embodiment isn't about getting what you want. It's about becoming a transmission so clear, reality reorganizes around your frequency. Quantum timeline: collapse, future self-transmission, preparation, nervous system calibration. Close your eyes, spine elongated, breath becoming slower, more precise, not relaxing. Downloading: your nervous system is about to become a quantum bridge. Visualization portal: opening. Imagine a door, not a metaphorical door. A quantum membrane between timelines. Texture, soft iridescence. Edges, slightly blurred. Breathing becomes your quantum navigation system. Hand touches door. Temperature, warm. Not physical warmth, frequency warmth. Threshold crossing. As door opens, first perception. Light, not visual light. Information light. Wavelengths carrying entire collapsed timeline. Step through. Future self-encounter. Your 6-month advanced version stands before you. Embodiment, signature, clothing, not fashion. Frequency made visible. Tailored charcoal blazer, soft graphite color. Fabric moves with confidence, not rigidity. Posture, spine integrated. No tension, no performance. Pure presence, gravitational. Facial expression, not smiling. Knowing. Eyes, crystal clear. No searching, no proving. Pure presence. Energy field, magnetic without effort. Like a black hole, not pulling, containing. Future self speaks. Stop trying to make things happen. Start allowing things to organize around your frequency. The mistake you're making? Thinking transformation is an action. It's a state of being. Trust this moment, when silence feels more powerful than strategy. Quantum download, sequence. They place hand on your heart, not touching physically. Frequency transmission, instant metabolization. No words, pure signal. Return protocol, breathe. Slowly open eyes. You're not the same system that entered this visualization. Something has already shifted. Quantum physics doesn't wait for your belief. It responds to your frequency. Quantum identity collapse, progressive frequency transmission. Stage 1. I want to be someone who. Duration, 30 seconds. Energetic signature, separation. Frequency, common block. Desire without ownership. Method, recognize wanting as the first quantum signal. Wanting isn't weakness. It's consciousness exploring potential, not manifesting yet, manifesting already. Speak. I want to be someone who moves through life with radical trust, where my nervous system knows peace as its native language. Stage 2, I'm becoming. Duration, 30 seconds. Energetic. Signature, effortful transition. Common block, believing transformation requires struggle. Method, becoming is not doing, it's allowing. Speak. I'm becoming someone whose presence reorganizes environments without force, whose frequency speaks before words emerge. Stage 3. I'm choosing. Duration, 30 seconds. Energetic signature, decisive recalibration. Common block, thinking choice is mental breakthrough. Choice happens cellularly, not in mind, in mitochondrial intelligence. Speak. I'm choosing to metabolize every past limitation, transforming stored trauma into pure creative potential. Stage 4. I'm practicing. Duration, 30 seconds. Energetic signature, intentional calibration. Common block, seeing practice as external technique. Breakthrough, practice is quantum listening, not repetition. Resonance. Speak. I'm practicing being so internally coherent that external reality has no choice but to synchronize with my frequency. Stage 5. I am. Duration, 60 seconds. Energetic signature, total collapse. Common block, believing identity is fixed. Breakthrough, identity is a fluid transmission. Speak with increasing intensity. I am the embodied signal of transformation. I am the quantum field experiencing itself through human consciousness. I am the precise frequency of inevitable emergence. I am beyond past and future. I am continuous becoming. Stage 6. I've always been. Duration, 60 seconds. Energetic signature, remembering. Future common block, seeing self through past lens. Breakthrough, memory is a forward-moving quantum technology. Speak. I've always been this integrated consciousness. I've always known this level of freedom. I've always been capable of dissolving limitation. I've always been the quantum being waiting to emerge. Stage 7, frequency holding. Duration, 120 seconds total silence. No technique, pure transmission. Nervous system recalibrating, reality reorganizing. Quantum pause where transformation metabolizes. And if this transmission resonated with you, if you felt the frequency shift as you listened, subscribe to this channel. Because we're not here to give you more content. We're here to collapse timelines with you. Every video is a frequency recalibration, not a lesson. Turn on notifications, not so you don't miss a video, but so you don't miss the exact transmission your nervous system needs next. And leave a like, not for the algorithm, but as an energetic signature that says, I'm choosing coherence over consumption. Protocol overview, precision engineering. 7 days to quantum identity recalibration, total protocol. Time, 140 minutes, quantum guarantee, 99. 7% nervous system transformation. Day, 1. Frequency mapping. Objective, current system diagnostics. Time, 6:20 m. Assessment, protocol, baseline frequency scan, contradiction detection, unconscious pattern mapping journal. Prompt, where do I feel most interrupted in my own flow? Resistance checkpoint, avoid mental analysis. Feel the interruption. Success marker, identifying 3 core frequency blockers without judgment. Day 2, shadow metabolization. Objective, release quantum interference patterns. Time, 9:30 p.m. Release techniques, somatic trauma dissolution, cellular memory reprogramming, energetic contradiction neutralization journal. Prompt, what story am I still protecting that prevents total liberation? Resistance checkpoint. Emotional numbness indicates deep protection. Success marker. Visceral emotional movement without mental narrative. Day 3. New baseline installation. Objective embodiment calibration. Time, 5:36:10 a.m. Embodiment. Protocols, nervous system, repatterning, quantum posture, alignment, frequency, coherence, meditation journal. Prompt, if my body could speak its highest truth, what would it say? Resistance checkpoint. Physical discomfort means system is recalibrating. Success marker. Feeling different without knowing exactly why. Day 4. Coherence testing. Objective. Signal stability. Verification. Synchronicity tracking. Intuition amplification exercises. Quantum response monitoring success. Indicators. Unexpected supportive interactions. Solutions appearing before problems. Reduced mental noise. Day 5. Signal amplification. Objective, frequency elevation, vibrational resonance practices, intentional timeline selection, energetic bandwidth expansion. Day 6, timeline lock. Objective, quantum commitment ceremony, total system alignment, energetic boundary establishment, future self-transmission. Day 7, first collapse. Objective, integration and emergence, allowing without forcing. Witnessing quantum reorganization, celebrating inevitable transformation, corporate metamorphosis, the invisible cage, high performance, zero presence, external metrics, corner office, 7-figure salary, Fortune 500 company, luxury vehicles, internal landscape, constant cortisol cascade, 3 a.m. panic attacks, chronic adrenal fatigue, soul-level exhaustion breaking, point sequence, moment of quantum interruption. Medical diagnosis wasn't just physical, it was a frequency intervention. The doctor's words, your body is broadcasting a survival signal so intense it's consuming your potential faster than your achievements can sustain. Quantum deconstruction. What if success isn't about accumulation but alignment? Transformation protocol. 90-day frequency recalibration. Phase 1. Nervous system rewiring, metabolize survival patterns, dismantle hustle mythology, install ease as operational system. Energetic signature shift. From forcing outcomes to allowing emergence breakthrough. Mechanism. Not working harder, Not working smarter, working coherently. Paradoxical results. Same external metrics, radically different internal. Experience. 40% less effort, 200% more impact. Frequency indicators. Decisions feel lighter. Creativity flows spontaneously. Opportunities appear without hunting. Body becomes transmission device, not survival mechanism. The real wealth, metabolizing potential, not chasing outcomes. And here's the truth that changes everything. This isn't about another strategy. This is about a complete nervous system recalibration, where your entire frequency becomes the transmission, where success stops being something you chase and becomes something you metabolize. I've distilled this entire quantum transformation into what I'm calling the Frequency Architect Protocol, a precision-engineered guide that doesn't just teach you about quantum manifestation, but literally rewires your internal operating system. It's a 90-day transmission designed to collapse the gap between your current reality and your quantum potential. Inside this protocol, you'll find not just theory, but exact frequency calibration practices, somatic exercises that reset your nervous system, meditation sequences that dissolve survival patterns, and most critically, a step-by-step roadmap to embody the version of you that's already living your desired timeline. If this resonates, if you feel something shifting just hearing these words, the link is in the pinned comment. But don't go there looking for information. Go there to amplify the quantum signal that's already beginning to move through you. And if this transmission landed, subscribe to this channel, not for more content, but because we're here to collapse timelines together. Turn on notifications, not to catch every video, but to catch the exact frequency your nervous system needs to hear next. Leave a like not for the algorithm, but as an energetic signature that says, I'm choosing coherence over consumption. Your future isn't waiting to happen. It's surrounding you right now, pulling you into its inevitable emergence. And the moment you stop trying to make it happen and start allowing it to metabolize through you, everything changes. The timeline is already here. You are the quantum field experiencing itself through human consciousness. And this, right now, is your moment of total transformation.